Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Michael Branch here posting this for us, guys. Tokrium breaks convention by launching a 2x leveraged XRP ETF before any spot product gets approved. So this is the latest with regards to XRP ETFs, guys. This is going live in the United States, and this is Tokrium's leveraged XRP ETF at 2x, okay? So leveraging at 2x before any spot ETF gets approved in history. So this is a Vermont-based asset manager. They are launching, or they have launched, the first XRP-based exchange-traded fund in the U.S. today, a leveraged product that comes before a spot version even got the green light. So big news here. The fund comes amid growing momentum for XRP ETFs. As we know, there are a lot that are coming out, 17 or 18. I know the other day I was talking about these, and I was wondering how many there were, and people were commenting in the comment section. I asked people to comment, and I think I saw 18. I think that is the official number. Multiple issuers, including heavyweights like Wisdom Tree, Franklin Templeton, Canary Capital, and 21 Shares, have already filed for such products, with all of them still under review by the SEC. In a post on X, Bloomberg's Eric Balchunas called the launch very odd, interestingly enough, noting that leveraged products typically follow spot approvals. And so we've got Eric Balchunas here. This is the XRP 2X leveraged ETF, okay, and he was commenting, whoops, didn't want to go there. He was commenting that it saw $5 million in volume on day one. Very respectable, especially considering the market conditions. So I know you guys are probably following the market, and as of the time of this recording, we are, we're seeing XRP coming down a little bit. The entire market really, though, is really affected by the tariff talks at the moment. Hopefully we do see cryptocurrency bounce out of some of this. And so he's just commenting on the market conditions. However, we actually saw $5 million in volume just in one day, okay, the first day. That puts it at approximately top 5% of new ETF launches, and about 4x what the 2x Solana ETF SOLT did, although both 200x less than King IBIT, okay? So $5.4 million in inflows here. You can also see Chad Steingraber commenting, just bought a bunch. XXRP is currently trading at $23.18.5. Remember, this is a leveraged ETF, so the upside is 2x, but the downside also is 2x. So just be careful if you guys are, maybe thinking you want to purchase some of this. Over there at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, I'm letting my Patreon subscribers know what I'm doing specifically during this market cycle. Obviously, I'm still holding XRP. I'm holding my legacy portfolio as well. Some cryptocurrencies that I don't even talk about on this channel. I'm letting my Patreon subscribers know where I'm selling, at what prices. Follow me, patreon.com/workingmoneychannel, if that's something you're interested in. I should also mention real quickly, though, that for the month of April, considering it is tax time, I thought I'd give you guys a break on these prices, 20% off my new merch store. So all the items here from the merch store, you can get 20% off at the moment. And the link is in the description of the video for you guys if you're interested. But enough of that. Let me continue on here. Peter Brandt posted this. I will post this chart maybe only once, okay? Then you can make up your own mind about what the markets are doing, because I know everybody's feeling the burn at the moment. Their portfolios are down. And Peter Brandt actually fairly negative on this narrative, okay? He says 1929, the top, okay? 25 years until meaningful new high. So this was around the Great Depression, of course. 1966, we did see a top, and he was saying 17 years for the same. In the year 2000, we had to wait 13 years for the same. And in 2024, why not maybe 7 or so years? Got a better narrative than this. So what he is saying here, guys, is that this is the beginning of maybe a great restructuring, as he put here. 2024, how many years is it going to be? Are we going to only see a downward trajectory for the next several years? I don't know. That sounds kind of doom and gloom to me. I like to, take stock in a variety of different opinions here. This is the Benner cycle, okay? According to this cycle theory, 2032 is a time to buy, okay? And you know what's interesting? This cycle really does kind of hit it on the head. So we got sections A, B, and C, and I've showed this on the channel in the past. A is years in which panics have occurred and will occur again. So dot-com bubble, 2019, the beer flu, maybe the next one, 2035. B are years of good times, high prices, and the time to sell stocks and value of all kinds. So guys, what they're saying here, 2026, That lines up actually quite closely to the crypto cycle. And see here, years of hard times, low prices, and a good time to buy stocks, corner lots, good, etc., and hold till the bottom reaches the years of good times again. So that would have been 2012, 2023, and now 2032. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is entirely pinpoint accurate. Nevertheless, an interesting indicator here. We are in a cyclical event. I know the crypto market is tumbling, but these are definitely things we should be paying attention to because of the socio-political economic factors that are happening today, especially in the United States of America. Peter Brandt also commenting that in the 1950s, the middle class in America owned 43% of America's wealth. So he does make a good point here. I just want to read this to you guys. I grew up in the lower middle class, he says. I know these people. I was neighbors with these people. These were my people and still are my people. I have not attached myself emotionally, intellectually, or physically to the upper 1%. Today, the middle class owns about 23% of America's wealth, or about half of what it owned back in the day. America's economic engine is broken, he says. I'm not sure if tariffs are the right idea. What I do know is that what we have had for 50 years has not worked. America needs a reset. So even Peter Brandt is saying America needs a reset. Might tariffs be part of the reset? I'm not sure. What I know for sure is that the types of jobs the neighbors of my youth had are still possible if America repatriates the manufacturing of computer chips, electronics, pharmaceutical chemicals, and the like. I am talking about the skilled labor that pays a living wage. These jobs no longer exist in America. So my attitude is to give tariffs a chance. Yes, the Apple chart is being upset. Yes, the stock market does not like the uncertainty, but welcome to life. The degree to which tariffs might bring back skilled jobs to America is the degree to which I support tariffs. We cannot be certain about anything except to be certain that the past 50 years has dealt cruelty to the American middle class. So, looking at it from a different perspective here, of course, I want to take a look at it from many different perspectives because this is going to affect the market. Cryptocurrency also, and I'm thinking that we are going to start to see a decoupling. Cryptos are right now they're being affected by the traditional markets, okay? And when I say traditional markets, I mean the stock markets. And it's because of this. But you know what? It's actually good to see this kind of thing, okay? The Times of India actually posted this with regards to Donald Trump. He is saying he's the president who stands up for Main Street and not Wall Street. So, I don't know, take it for what you will. Amid mounting criticism over plunging markets and global economic unease, U.S. President Donald Trump has defended his aggressive tariff policy, insisting he stands for Main Street and not Wall Street. He says, I'm proud to be the president for the workers and not the outsourcers, the president who stands up for Main Street, not Wall Street, who protects the middle class, not the political class, and who defends America, not trade cheaters all over the globe. So, to Peter Brandt's point, maybe short-term pain, long-term gain. Maybe this is the way to go. The IMF also telegraphed back in 2020 that we would see a new Bretton Woods. And since the United States is at the center of the monetary system, well, for several reasons. I mean, the US dollar is the world reserve currency. I'd say that they're part of the center of the world financial system. There are a few main players, but the US definitely plays a big role in this. Vandel guys posting this, okay, another clip of the Matthew Piepenburg interview that they did a few days ago. Listen to this.
Yeah, this is something, Francis. I mean, by the way, these are all very important points. And again, going back to what I was writing about in 2020 on what the IMF was projecting for this new Bretton Woods moment and this new CBDC rollout. But they even said in 2020, for this central bank digital currency to have any credibility, it still has to be pegged, not redeemable, but pegged to a real asset, i.e. gold. Because otherwise it's just another fiat digital currency. And so they had to have this gold component. But you make a good distinction too, unless, and this is what Francis kept pounding his fist on in South Africa, unless that gold is redeemable, it's not really gold. Again, this goes back to why, whether you're stacking coins in Milwaukee or storing it at Von Greyer's in a Swiss vault, you got to have the actual physical asset. That is key to us.
You mean convertibility?
Yeah, convertibility, redeemability. This has to, and by the way, that's why people are counterparties are pulling their money out of the COMEX, because they want the actual gold where they can convert it. That's why, de Gaulle came into New York in the 70s, and the Germans pulled their gold out too. They don't trust each other. They don't trust us. They just trust their gold. Even the BRICS nations don't see eye to eye in everything. They don't trust each other in everything, but they trust gold.
There is going to be a world reset, guys. There's, we've been talking about it for years now, and the BRICS nations are going to play a role in this. The United States has to be ready. Gold certainly going to be central. And the tariffs, is this the catalyst? Well, I wanted to bring you guys this clip that I happened to see on TikTok yesterday. Another prediction from your favorite prophet, Brandon Biggs. Now, this is, I don't know who this TikToker is. He goes by Crypto DLY News. I couldn't find the Brandon Biggs clip on his YouTube channel, so I just thought I'd bring you a clip of it from this TikTok. I will link this in the video if you guys are interested. Listen to this.
There are great trade wars with China and America that are coming. And we depend solely on China for a lot of our goods. And when the tariffs come in, remember what I tell you. There will be a day when China says, we're not sending anything. We're not doing business with you for a while, as a strike. And when this strike takes place, our grocery stores, our Walmarts, our Targets will have nothing in them. I saw shelves with cobwebs in the corners, representing a longer period of time with nothing on them. And they had to take the goods from one store and put it in another store to fill that store up so that they would have something in it, because they had no merchandise to put it in. So they just took from other stores to fill the one store, and they shut that store down.
So that is crazy. This is what Brandon Biggs predicted at the end of December, again, before Trump was even inaugurated in office. So that, coming on the heels of articles that I'm seeing today, okay, in April of 2025, China vows to fight to the end against the latest Trump tariff threats. I don't have a date on this, but I just saw, I brought up this tab yesterday, so it was within 24 hours or so. China's government says it will fight to the end if the U.S. continues to escalate the trade war after Donald Trump threatened huge additional tariffs in response to China's retaliatory measures. On Tuesday, China's commerce minister accused the U.S. of blackmail and said the U.S. president's threats of additional 50% tariffs said the U.S. president's threats of additional 50% tariffs if Beijing did not reverse its own 34% reciprocal tariff were a mistake on top of a mistake. And so the Chinese are saying, that they will resolutely take countermeasures, adding China will fight to the end if the U.S. side is bent on going down the wrong path. And Brandon Biggs said this back in December of 2024, that China would effectively strike and not send anything to the United States, and there'll be cobwebs on store shelves. I mean, I'm really curious to know what's going on in Donald Trump's mind at the moment. I know that there have been theories of plans on what could be happening. It is, a little disconcerting to say the least. However, guys, we know China does have connections to Ripple and XRP, and maybe this will lead to, the restructuring of a financial system. What I'm suggesting is that, this tariff thing could be the catalyst for the restructuring. We know, just earlier today, I talked about the Ripple acquisition of Hidden Road. If you guys didn't catch that video, I'll link it up here. But here, the largest Chinese payment network partners with Ripple. So just going back to China and Ripple's connections, the fourth largest payment processor in China, that is Lian Group. They announced that they will officially be partnering with Ripple in order to make use of the blockchain company's technology for cross-border payments. This was back in March of 2023, so a couple of years ago. China is also part of the BRICS nations. We know Ripple does have ties to the BRICS nations, on top of which, back actually exactly 7 years ago today, April the 9th, 2018, Tencent, the $500 billion Chinese tech firm, is ready to invest on Ripple technology. So we've got Chinese companies, and don't forget, these Chinese companies are owned by the state. The state runs a lot of the industry in China, if not all the industry. I'm not entirely sure how their economy works specifically, but a lot of this is state-owned. And back in 2018, they were investing in RippleNet technology. So, if we do see the tariff wars escalate and China says no, and China effectively goes on strike, at some point there has to be a resolution. You would think there would be a resolution, but I think that at that time, the US dollar is no longer going to be the dominant currency. There will certainly be more XRP utility, at least in my estimation. MetaMan X also posting this. Now, remember the video I did, I think it was a couple of years ago, Federal Reserve Transfer Mode. XRP was in a movie from 1992. And guys, if there is a restructuring, we're going to have to see the Fed step in, maybe leveraging XRP as an international telelink access. Here's a clip of the video I did from 2 years ago. It was back in October of 2022. Listen to this. And so if these guys have been working tirelessly to, revamp a system, and if the 2008 collapse was their first inclination, their first real big warning sign that things needed to be changed. Pundits have been criticizing the financial system for decades now, even as far back as January 1988. The Rothschilds' own Economist magazine published the magazine with this cover, the Phoenix, rising from a burning pile of US fiat dollars. Get ready for a world currency. Again, guys, this was 1988. And it also gets me wondering, with this idea of the Hollywood pre-programming, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, Sneakers, 1992. Okay, so note the date, that is important. 1992, I actually have not seen this movie. It stars Robert Redford, Dan Aykroyd, Ben Kingsley, at that time Ben Kingsley, not Sir Ben Kingsley, Mary McDonald, River Phoenix, Sidney Poitier, and David Strathairn. Okay, and let me read you guys a good synopsis here of what the movie is. The storyline: Martin Bishop is the head of a group of experts who specialize in testing security systems. When he is blackmailed by government agents into stealing a top-secret black box, the team finds themselves embroiled in a game of danger and intrigue. After they recover the box, they discover that it has the capability to decode all existing encryption systems around the world, and that the agents who hired them didn't work for the government at all. And this was from back in 1992. Well, guys, in this movie, this coming from Shadow83736737, he noticed this. The movie Sneakers video below, at the 4-minute 17-second mark from this particular YouTube video, it's just a clip from the movie. It shows XRP as part of the financial system. Now, I have a clip of the movie here, guys. I'm just going to play it with the volume off to prevent a copyright strike. Check this out. The screen becomes clear, and this is how they this is how they made movies back then. When dealing with internet or computer technology, they needed to visualize it, so it looks kind of funny from today's perspective. But here it is. Look at that. Federal Reserve Transfer Node, National Headquarters, Interbank Transfer Funds, and the International Telelink Access Code, guys. Yeah, XRP. Now, it's one thing that XRP is listed in here, but the fact that it even has to do with money, Federal Reserve Transfer Node, also Interbank Fund Transfer. Well, we know XRP is that currency that provides global liquidity to transfer funds. And again, this movie from 1992, so before the XRP ledger existed, right? Or am I wrong about that? Erica Gilbert bringing this up. Both came out in 1988. There are no coincidences, and I don't know if you guys remember, and I know I've showed this patent on this channel before, from David Schwartz Enterprises. The original file date was August 25th, 1988. And the patent date was actually from June 18th, 1991. So 1 year before this movie was released, and probably occurring during the production of this particular film. Let's also not forget what this was about. Security Pro finds his past coming back to haunt him. Okay, national security, the government. David Schwartz produced this patent in the late 80s. David Schwartz also worked for the NSA in and around the same time. I decided to go to David Schwartz's LinkedIn just to confirm that, guys. And you go down here, right at the bottom here, David Schwartz Enterprises from January 1988 to January 1991. Invented a hierarchical system for distributing workloads over multiple computers. Handled interactions with the USPTO and obtained United States patents. This patent in particular, guys, 5025369. So guys, a lot to suggest that this all could be connected. Remember, this is a matter of national security on top of it all. So we've got the prediction of the trade war escalating with China. Fast forward a few months in the future, and China says they're not going to back down. They're going to fight to the end. Remember, this is the same guy that predicted XRP going to $10,000 fairly quickly. This is a video I did only 4 months ago. Just going to play you guys that clip back from November 2024. Listen to this. Brandon Biggs, the XRP prophet, or rather a prophet in general, he did predict 3 months in advance the Donald Trump assassination attempt that occurred this past summer. He also put out a video. I don't know if you guys remember this video that I put out 4 months ago, predicted that XRP could go to $10,000. And if you guys didn't catch this video, I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. Well, apparently, just 6 days ago, okay, he posted this on November the 20th, 2024. So this is fairly recent. Guys, he's reiterating it again. Listen to this.
You know, somebody sent me a video from Kim Clement. Hey, did you see this? Brandon, did you see this video? I said, no, I've never seen this video before. He talked about the oak tree. And I was like, what? What is this? The oak tree. I'm like, that is not coincidence that he's seeing an oak tree. I saw 4 massive oak trees. And I thought, what is this, Lord, that you would show that man of God before he went home to be with you about the oak tree? And then you come and tell me 4 oak trees. And I was like, what? What is that? So, and he didn't understand what he was seeing either. He didn't have the whole interpretation of it, but he saw oak trees and the oak.
the acorn. And then he saw XP, but he didn't see the middle letter. And then the Lord showed me driving down the road about X and P. But I won't give the other one because this is not financial advice. But I saw that certain thing going above $10,000. And I saw it going to $5 quickly. And the Lord told me that this would be big like Apple, Microsoft. It would be the new .com era.
I think you guys get the gist of it. I'm going to leave it there, but I will link these two videos in the description of my video for you. So, is this another home run for Brandon Biggs? Did he successfully predict the tariff wars brought on by Donald Trump months before they occurred? And is XRP still on track to reach $10,000 eventually? I don't know, guys. It's all just speculation at this point, but I want to hear what you guys think. Oh, and by the way, if you guys want to know where my thoughts are, a more detailed approach at this crypto market, follow me at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. I also want to bring up the fact that I am offering 20% off this month at the Working Money Channel merch store. So if you guys are interested in, I don't know, maybe an XRP mug, you can get 20% off right now. The link is in the description of the video. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.